Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first game of the conference championships of the Creasy League, featuring the Auburn Tigers at Ben and Travis. Haley Creasy on the mound, facing center fielder Tyler Pierce of the Auburn Tigers. It's going to be strike one from Haley Creasy. Game one of the conference championship. Right back, second pitch. She's over to first to Bradley Dupree for the first out of the series. Bo Jackson, legendary Bo Jackson, steps in, one of the greatest athletes of all time, facing Haley Creasy on this kind of foggy day to start this thing. And he hit it a ton, and it's going back. It ain't even on its way down yet. And Will Mayan tracks it at the wall for out number two. Enzo Shipwright. It's kind of scary. She's out there throwing her best stuff, and he just cranked it to the wall. Glad there aren't two of him on this team. And frozen pizza brought to you by benandtravis.com. That's out number one of the Conference Championship Series, Game 1. And Ben Hayes steps in for Ben and Travis. Number two in your programs, and he's a shortstop facing Esther Beefy, who throws a strike right out the gate, and that's going to be ball one to make it 1-1 the count. Hayes fights that one off, but it's going to be foul as he tries to bring it down the first base line. It's ball two, 2-2 the count. Gets a piece of that one. Close. Goes down. He's going to hit that one over for the first out. Two bigs over to first. And Ben Hayes is retired. Will Mahan, who is on an absolute tear in the last series versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Man, just tearing it up. Getting on base. Scoring runs. RBIs out the wazoo. And it's 2-1 the count. Make that 3-1. He'll probably take this one as well. And he's walked. And the streak continues. Didn't get a base rip, but he is on base nonetheless. Travis Creasy, the right fielder, steps in and missed a lot of last week's series due to a sprained wrist that he incurred in sliding back to first as they were trying to keep him in on the base paths, or keep him in check over on first. And he missed much of the series, but he's glad to be back. Came in, had a clutch hit the last game to kind of seal the deal. Comes right back at him. That's going to be another base hit. Travis Creasy on a mini hitting streak. Moves Will to second base with one out. A runner in scoring. And Bradley Dupree, the enforcer, with 11 RBIs during the playoffs so far. One home run, but 11 RBIs will do that sort of thing for your team, especially in the blowout, the next to last game in the series against the Bulldogs. 2 on, 1 out. That's going to be 3-1. He'll be taking this one well to see if he can load the bases. That's going to be a strike 2, and we got a full count. 1 out. She came down the middle. He fouls it. Man, he'd like to have that one back, slow it down a little bit. And that time he went late. He's going to strike out. That does not happen often to Bradley Dupree. It stinks, but we move on. Kevin Creasy in at catcher. He's the starting catcher, although he's missed quite a bit of time this year due to health reasons. Oh, that's not going to work out really well. That's out number 3 on a passed ball. Not a great inning. Tremendous opportunities missed. Haley Creasy back out there to take on Wally Luna. He is a .469 batter. Dangerous. Auburn Tigers dismissed Skits with the truth in the last series, which is kind of stunning. It's upset win of the series. Ben and Travis certainly were expecting to see their division rivals in the next round. Haley Creasy gets another strikeout. Strikeout number 1, Vern Rude. First baseman, .370 average, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs in the playoffs so far. He's going to get a knock that way. It's going to go foul. It's a long foul ball. Daniel Creasy unable to track it. It's going to miss the mark. Haley gets another strike. It's going to be 1-2. He's going to miss that one for strikeout number 2 of the inning. And Easter Handshake, second baseman for the Auburn Tigers, steps in, gets a piece of that one, but it's going to be foul. Haley Creasy has all kinds in the arsenal to come at you and work at you, and that's probably why she's the ace of this rotation, and she gets another strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the second. We'll have Kevin Creasy, Daniel Creasy. First up to bat, Esther Beefy stands in and throws strike number 1. She has a 3 ERA. Creasy batting .563. He takes strike number 2 for a 1-2 count. Should probably not have swung on that one. It's a high fly ball. He's waving everybody off, and that's going to be out number 1. And Daniel Creasy steps in, left fielder for the Echoes. Be ball number 1. 2 balls. There's a strike. Finds the zone. That's 3-1 the count. Strike 2, barely catches the corner. Creasy gets a hold of that one. It's going to be Echoes. They've yet to test this catcher.
Number 24.
Throws a strike. My goodness, slowed down tremendously. That one might hit the wall. Home run. Nice. Brought to you by BenandTravis.com. That's a home run. 374 feet for Blake Holloman. Grew up an Auburn fan, still is an Auburn fan, and he makes his favorite team pay with a home run here in the bottom of the second. Tommy Peterson takes strike number 1, strike number 2. He's our shortstop. Goes down, gets a piece of it. It's going to be a little poke. Should be an easy out, and it is, and that retires the side, but not before Blake Holloman does some damage with a home run. Unfortunately, Daniel Creasy gets thrown out, stealing second. Otherwise, you got a 2-run shot. But Haley Creasy will take it with a 1-run lead headed to the top of the third. That's strike number 1, 99 miles an hour. Comes back down low. She's unable to catch up to it. Yes, Runette. Ball number 1. Cannot catch up to the fastball.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 20.
Creasy, Haley dealing so far. She will be working Spool Biggs, the second baseman for the Tigers. Oh, and frozen pizza. BenandTravis.com with the strikeout from Haley Creasy. Pitcher versus pitcher here. You'd think Haley's going to go right at her. She does. And almost squeaks it through, but Dupree diving catch tosses it back to Haley, steps on the base, and that's out number 3. And now we have Haley Creasy, who has a home run in these playoffs, 4 RBIs. And she takes strike number 1, looking to help herself out here. Strike 2. Not scared to throw that pitch. She hit this one a ton. Going to send him back to the warning track, and he's going to camp under it, and that's going to be out number 1. Ben Hayes steps back in, 0 for 1, 360 in the playoffs with 9 RBIs. Takes strike number 1, trying to get her pitch count up a little higher, making her throw these pitches. There's the second strike. Now Ben Hayes will be ready. And he is too early out in front. Strikeout. Will Mahan looking to keep the tear going. He was walked last time. He's a .520 ERA in the playoffs. 1 home run, 7 RBIs. It's that one, and the streak continues. He's going to be on base again. Will Mahan is on fire. Travis Creasy on a mini streak, 1-on-1, 500 average, 2 RBIs. Takes ball 1. Will Mahan on first with 2 outs. That's ball 2. Back over to keep him honest over to first base, Will Mahan. Ball 3, 2 outs. Got a little something working. And she's going to walk Travis Creasy and put 2 on.
Now back, the first baseman, number 23.
Bradley Dupree steps in again. He has a .545 average, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, 2 on with 2 outs, trying to get something to pad the lead, and it's 1-1 the count. Probably going to be patient here as she throws the second strike. Now he's ready. Piece of that right to the shortstop, and that's going to do it for out number 3. Unable to add to their lead. Strand 2. And we head with Tyler Pierce starting off, center fielder, facing Haley Creasy. The top of the 4th. She throws ball 1. Ball 2. He's going to throw that fastball, pop it up to Ben Hayes, who should be able to camp under it, and that is out number 1. And we see Bo Jackson yet again for the Tigers. Easily the best player. Hammers it to Ben Hayes. 1 pitch. He's over to first, and that is out number 2 for Auburn. The top of the 4th, and Enzo Shipwright steps in. This will be Haley Creasy's 33rd pitch, and it is a strike. Foul ball adds a strike to the count. Dupree dives again over to Creasy at first. And that is out number 3. We head to Kevin Creasy. Bottom of the 4 still facing Esther Beefy. She's thrown 62 pitches, and that's ball 1. Followed by ball 2. And that's 3 straight. And she's going to walk Kevin Creasy, first batter she faces this inning, and Ben and Travis are in business, and they're going to make a pitching change. Gabe Hatchford comes in, 1.50 ERA, 5 strikeouts in the playoffs, over to make sure Kevin is going to stay put. Daniel Creasy, 391 average, 1 home run, 7 RBIs in the playoffs.
Off the plate. Ball outside.
Another ball, 2-1 the count, no outs, runner on first. Ball 3. And there's a strike to make it a full count. It's a piece of it. This is a double play possibility, and that's exactly what it's going to be, not what Kevin was looking for, to say the least. Still a 1-0 lead. Blake Holloman strides in. Last time up, he put it in the bleachers. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. And there's strike number 2, 1-2, and he's ahead. Gets a little piece there, fouls it back. And he strikes him out. We head to the top of the 5th. The Echoes have a 1-run lead as Auburn is going to get their first base rip right there, right out the gate. First pitch, top of the 4th, and the Tigers have the tying run on first. It's one issue with Haley. She tends to be a little predictive on that first pitch. She's going to sing the heat. Falls out with a strikeout, unable to catch up to it. And Easter handshake. First baseman back in the batter's box, takes strike number 1.
Inside.
1-2 the count. Runner on first. And gets strikeout number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts after giving up the first base hit. And yes, run it is in the batter's box. For the Tigers, ball 1. Foul ball. Foul ball number 2. 1-2 the count. Comes inside and strikes out the side after giving up a base knock. What an answer. Haley Creasy. 3 straight strikeouts after the base knock. And Tommy Peterson in. And you know, Echoes really want to get some insurance runs here. Need to get base runners across the bag. 1-1 the count to Peterson. Make that 1-2. And he's going to knock that one right up the middle. And as per tradition over the last few innings, the Echoes get a runner on first. Can they do anything with it? Haley Creasy steps in. Capable batter. Can't just throw her home run balls up there and expect her to miss. Strike 1. There's going to be strike 2. Gets a little dribbler. Can get to advance the runner. He does. He's safe at second, but Haley's out at first. But exactly, at the very least, what you want out of that is to advance the runner. With 1 out, Ben Hayes back in the box. Struck out last time. Takes ball 1 to start this matchup. There's a strike to even it up. Strike 2. Gets a piece of that to stay alive. That's going to drive in a run. Nice by Ben Hayes right there. Some miscommunication on the base paths, but he does get that insurance run. 2 outs. Hayes with should have been a base knock, but he does get a run across. 2 outs now. 2 straight balls to Will Mahan, who is on a tear. Don't want to give him anything to hit. Probably should have taken that one, swung on, and that will bring the streak to an end. But not before the Echoes get 2 runs. That's a huge run. Can't overstate that as far as this game's concerned. Threw a little cheese there. And 2 strikes. Check swing, 3 straight check swings for Biggs, and he went around on none of them and strikes out. They're going to make a change. Gabe Hatchford pinch hitting is Prawn Duffy, 438 hitter. Takes that one. Ball 1. Hits that one foul. 1-1 the count. Evened up. Can't catch that one. Haley not throwing a whole lot of fastballs, but he throws a 97 mile an hour there for a strikeout. Frozen pizza. BenandTravis.com. Bringing you that pizza, as in frozen. That's a foul ball. She goes high, inside. Working outside, he misses it. 2 strikes. Goes down, hits the changeup. Foul ball, staying alive. Keeps fouling. And the curveball gets him. That's a strikeout. Next we have Travis Creasy. Aaron Diaz comes in to pitch for the Tigers. 2.70 ERA through the playoffs. Throws strike 1. 1-1 the count. There's a second strike now. Creasy will be ready. And he hanks that one. Hanks that one. Hits that one. Up between second and first. To keep the tradition alive. Got another one on base. And Bradley Dupree steps in. Takes ball one. No outs. One runner on. And the Echoes need this. Need a run here. It's not out of reach just yet. They're going to try to go the distance, I bet. And there's strike number one. 2-1 the count. 3-1. Delivers, and he's walked. And so the Echoes able to reach base on 2 straight batters with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th, looking to add to their 2-run lead to take game 1 of the conference championships. 2-0 to Kevin Creasy, starting catcher. There, strike number 1. Strike number 2. You know that's hard to lay off. Kevin hammers that one. It's going to be right to Bo Jackson. You don't want to test that arm, so there's bases loaded. No outs, though. They should be able to get something here as Daniel Creasy strides in and takes strike number 1. Make it 1-1. There's strike number 2, and now we're ready. And strikes out. A little behind. Made his decision too late. Blake steps in. He's already got 1 home run. Why not add a grand slam against his Tigers? Had a great opportunity there. Don't want to swing on the first pitch. That one he cranks and breaks it. Goes all the way to the fence. He's going to get out at third for the second out, but not before he scores 3 runs. Didn't quite get the grand slam, and then they hit Tommy Peterson to follow it up. 2 outs, Peterson on. Haley Creasy steps back in with a 5-0 lead. Brought on by Blake Holloman, who is playing out of his mind against his favorite team growing up, the Auburn Tigers. That triple brought to you by BenandTravis.com. Actually brought to you by the Helping Healing Humor podcast, the Triple H podcast, and they walk Haley Creasy to put 2 on for the Echoes, and Ben Hayes comes in, 1 for 3 today. Single with an RBI, and they make a pitching change. Chewy Normore West throws him in and almost hits Ben Hayes, and then throws strike number 1. For a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Hayes turns on it. It's going to go barely foul. Man, that would have been huge. Gets that one, and Rude over at first, runs over, makes the grab, but not before the Echoes do some damage, picking up 3 runs. And we have Bo Jackson back in the box. A foul ball. It's 2-1 the count. And the Echoes are almost out of this thing, and Bo hits it to the warning track. Will able to track it down, and that's out number 1. Strike 1 to Enzo Shipwright, and he's in the hole 0-2. Gets a piece of it over to Peterson at shortstop. Makes quick work over to first, and we're 1 out away from the Echoes having a 1-game lead in the series to go to the Creasy League World Series. Throws ball 1. Foul ball. 1-1 the count. Hits it over to Holloman. Holloman at third, over to first, and that's the game, folks. The Auburn Tigers take a blanking 5-0. Echoes 9 hits. Auburn gets 1 off of Haley Creasy. That's not near enough. There you have it. Haley Creasy gets 4th win of the playoffs. She's got 1 save. She gave him a hit 12 strikeouts. She's the MVP of the game. Blake Holloman comes in second, and Travis Creasy 2 for 2 with a run scored. Comes in third. That's the end of the game. The Echoes win convincingly and start the series 1-0. It's the way you want to do it. On the other side, we have the FCA Falcons and the Sandlot Dodgers, and they split the first 2 games. Next up, we have Auburn and the Echoes. Game 2, Rick Vaughn taking the mound, 3-0, a 1 ERA, taking on Glass Piñata, who's 2-0 in the playoffs with a 3 ERA as well. Heading into the game 2, the doubleheader of the conference championships. And we have Braun Duffy stepping in for the Tigers as Rick Vaughn, starting pitcher for the Echoes, takes the start, pitching to Kevin Creasy. And it's a 1-2 count to start the game. And frozen pizza brought to you by the Friday Refresh. Comes out every other Friday. Get your 3 to 5 minute motivation every 2 weeks. Friday mornings, bright and early. Be sure to go and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Go to benandtravis.com and hit the Friday Refresh in the menu and subscribe. Bo Jackson, Rick Bond in this matchup. Batter number 2 and 2 strikes early. One gets by Jackson, and Bo Jackson gets added to the Friday Refresh frozen pizza. Once again, that frozen pizza brought to you by the Friday Refresh, a 3 to 5 minute motivational mental health podcast that comes out every other Friday on your favorite podcast platform. Go to benandtravis.com, click on the menu, the Friday Refresh, and subscribe. And he crushes the bat, pops it back foul, and that's going to be out. Number 3 as Kevin Creasy camps under it. And the Echoes will bat with Ben Hayes, Will Mayan, and Travis Creasy to start off the game. Ben Hayes, 357 in the playoffs, 10 RBIs. Takes strike number 1 from Glass Piñata. 1-1 the count. 2-1. Hayes jumps on it. A little different strategy in this series so far. Sends Bo Jackson to the track, but it's out number 1. Mayan takes strike number 1 with 1 out. There's strike number 2. There's a ball. And there is an even count. 3-2. That one's down the pipe, and Will Mayan, man, he is on an absolute tear. Had a pop-up last game. Other than that, he's been a guaranteed base runner when he steps into the box. Man. They throw back over to make sure he's staying honest. Strike number 1 to Travis Creasy. 1-1. There. Oh, no. 2-1. Close. 3-1. Creasy will take this pitch. And he's walked. And there's 2 on for the Echoes. with one out, and Bradley Dupree, the enforcer for Bennett Travis, steps in and takes strike number one. There's strike number two. Dupree goes down to get it, maybe, and they're going to get out number one, but he advances runners to second, third. 2 outs. They don't want to waste this. They're going to make him throw 3 strikes at least. Here we go. 1-1 the count to Kevin. 2-1. 3-1. Kevin does not lay off of that one for no man. Oh my goodness, Bo Jackson. He throws it down, almost gets him, just a little too late. But not before Kevin Creasy sends 2 runs across the plate. 2-0, the Echoes jump on the Tigers. 2 outs, Mahan on first. Creasy takes strike one. The second one is low, 1-1. Ooh, out in front. Oh man, that was so close down the line and just barely foul. Creasy hits that one a ton. That one's not foul. It's going to hit the wall. They're going to wave him on around, and it's a 3-0 Daniel Creasy RBI to the fence. And Blake Holloman steps in. Huge hits in the last game. He had a home run. Had what should have been a triple. He was thrown out trying to get to third, but he cleared the bases in front of him. 3 runs. And takes 2 straight balls. Make it 3. And Daniel Creasy's on second with 2 outs. And they walk Blake Holloman. Tommy Peterson steps in. 333 average, 2 outs, 2 on, and ball 1 to the shortstop. Make it 2 straight. 2-1. 3-1. Peterson hits that one. That's going to be another RBI, 4-0. The Echoes jump on them in the bottom of the first. Rick Vaughn, who's not a bad hitter, steps in and takes strike one. Strike 2, and now he's ready. Takes ball 1, 1-2 the count, 2 outs, 2 on. Right to the third baseman, Easter handshake, and that's out number 3, but not before the Echoes get some early damage in on the Tigers. 4-0 is the score. Top of the second. Wally Luna takes strike 1 from Wild Thing Bond. Swings right at Bradley Dupree. That's going to be out number 1. And Vern Rude strides in. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Oh, we got a little piece of that one. Sends Mayan back to the track, and that's out number 2.
The
third baseman Easter handshake steps in to face Vaughn. He throws in strike number 1. Sneezes, gazoon type, Mr. Vaughn. And quickly 2 strikes, 2 outs. Easter handshake. Fouls it off to stay alive. And whiffs on the curveball, and that's strike number 3. Ben Hayes started off last inning. Let's do this thing. No outs. It's going to be strike 1 from Glass Piñata. 4-0 lead, and he quickly sends 2 strikes. Hayes goes down, fouls that one off. Gonna poke that one over to second baseman Biggs. Over, and he's out. Out number 1. For the Echoes, Will Mahan, absolute tear. See if he can keep it going with 1 out. First pitch a ball, second is a ball as well. There's a strike, 2-1 the count. Will Mahan is a walking base hit. And he's at first, right up the gut. One out, Will Mahan on. What's new? Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Creasy steps in, takes ball 1. Will over on first with 1 out, and that's strike number 1, 1-1. 2-1. There's a strike to even it up. And over to Will to make sure he's staying put. Creasy stays alive with a little foul ball. Goes down and gets that one. A worm burner up the middle to Bo Jackson, but not before both reach base. Creasy and Mahan on first and second with Bradley Dupree stepping in. And they're going to make a pitching change. Pinata leaves. Gabe Hatchford comes in relief. He's a submarine pitcher. That's ball 1. Ball 2 to number 23, first baseman Bradley Dupree. Also sometimes plays third. There's the first strike. There's another one to back it up. 2-2 the count. He may have gotten all of that one. Nope, he didn't get all of it, but he got close. Off the top of the wall. Bo can't handle it. Right off the wall. He's going to score. He's going to have a triple. And Bradley Dupree may have broke this thing. Well, it's 6-0. It's not completely wide open, but he hit that one all the way you could without making it a home run. It was right there at it. And Kevin Creasy takes the second called ball. That's 3. Got Dupree on third. No outs. There's a strike. Had to throw one there. Creasy's going to hammer that one. Big's going to handle it over to first. Maybe 2 outs, but not before Bradley Dupree scores to make it a 7-0 ball game in the bottom of the second. Daniel Creasy takes strike 1. Ratchford, there's strike 2, and should be ready to swing the bat. He's had struggles so far. And that's going to continue. At least he didn't strike out, but it's over to first for the out. Out for the Echoes, get 3 more. 7-0, headed to the top of the third. And Vaughn is comfortable. Got a nice lead. Throws that fastball for a 101 miles an hour. 82 mile an hour curveball. Takes ball 1, 1-2 the count. Hit that one. It's going to make the stands, but it's a long foul ball down the first base line. Pop that one up. Creasy may have a play. And he does. Catches it back at the back of the wall. Nice athletic play there for Kevin Creasy. Spool Big steps in. Takes strike 1. Looking. The ball matches at 1-1 the count. Foul ball. Be strike 2. He can't catch up to that pitch, or he can't catch the pitch. And that's strikeout. They're going to put Chopper Moreno in as a pinch hitter. 2 outs, nobody on for the Tigers. 100 mile an hour fastball coming at you. Is there any way to even prepare for that kind of speed? Second fastball, 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Curveball, and he can't catch it. And that's another strikeout for Rick Vaughn. 7-0 lead for the Echoes, and Blake Holloman steps in to face Chewy Normore West. He throws ball number 1 to the Tiger Killer. And they're 1-1 the count. Holloman hits it, and it goes through the third baseman's glove, and he's going to reach first base. Bats are coming alive. No punting. Well, I guess pun could be intended. No outs. Holloman on first. Tommy Peterson starting shortstop. Takes strike 1. It's 1-1. There's a second strike. Evens it up with a ball. 2-2. 3-2. Full count for Peterson. Shouldn't have swung at that one. Stays alive, though. Makes contact. It's that one. Tough dive. He misses it. But they're able to get him at second before he reaches. Was able to knock it down. Didn't make the diving catch like he was hoping. Still able to get one out. On slaps that one down the first baseline. Little poke. That may be a double play ball. Not what Baum was looking for there, and it is. Echo's unable to do any damage in that inning. On the scoreboard, Prawn Duffy. Vaughn stays in. Top of the fourth. Throws a 100-mile-an-hour strike right at him. Gets a piece of that one. Foul ball.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 29.
Foul ball to Bo Jackson. 1-2 the count. He's hanging in there, fighting. Oh, frozen pizza. That strikeout on the legendary Bo Jackson, brought to you by the Friday Refresh. Nothing goes with Friday like frozen pizza. Check out your 3 to 5 minute motivational podcast at benandtravis.com. Look for a Friday Refresh. Click the button, subscribe, rate, and review. For all you can handle, that brought to you by the Friday Refresh. Strike one from Bond. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. 2-1 in a hole. Gets a piece of it. Over to Bradley Dupree. He scoops it up, runs to first, gets the third out. And we're headed to the bottom of the fourth. And Ben Hayes will step in to face Chewy Normal West. Takes ball one. Hayes goes down, trying to make something happen, and all he's going to do is make an out. Takes strike one, 1 out. Mahan steps in as hot as any player in the country. Smacks that one. That's going to be an out. Wow. First one in a while for Will not to reach base. Travis Creasy takes strike one, 2 outs, 7-0 lead for the Echoes. That'll make it 1-1. Oh, and has to get out of the way. Almost got plunked. 2-2 the count. Creasy hits that one hard to center field. Bo is able to scoop it up off one bounce, but we have some business here. Ball one, 2 outs. Creasy on, Travis Creasy on. Brother Bradley Dupree in the box, takes ball 3. And he's walked. Now the Echoes have 2 on, 2 outs. And Kevin Creasy strides in. Takes ball 1. Ball 2. There's a strike. 2-1. 2 outs. There's strike number 2, and now Kevin is unlocked, ready to bat. Slaps that one. Nice grab. Easter handshake. Gets the 3rd out on a diving play. Wally Luna .444 average. Facing Rick Vaughn. Slaps that one foul down the third base. Watches that one, 1-1 the count. Unable to catch up. 99-mile-an-hour fastball, strike two. It's a little piece of that. And that's the first base hit. Wow. And it's a dribbler. He's able to make it. I mean, he might as well have bunted that one. But it breaks the no-hitter. Which that's the only good news so far for the Tigers. And he follows that up with a strikeout.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8.
One out, one on for the Tigers. Strike one. Another dribbler. Gets the first. And a double play. Nice play. Bradley Dupree goes to second. Over to first. Double play, and it gets them out of the inning. Tigers get their first hit of the day, trailing 7-0. And Daniel Creasy will step in and face Chewy Normal-West. 1-1 the count. Creasy just, Daniel not able to get a piece of it. Just dribbling. Him and Ben Hayes kind of on the same track. They're going to make another pitching change. Aaron Diaz comes in. 6.14 ERA to face Blake Holloman with 1 out. Throws 2 straight off the mark. There's a strike. 3-1. 3-2, full count, 1 out. Blake should have laid off of that one. Is it going to get down? It does. Foul ball. Hung up there forever. And he's walked.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 14.
Peterson, 348 average in the playoffs, 8 RBIs, and Blake Holloman on with 1 out. And he takes ball 1. 2-0. 3-0. Strike 1, 3-1 the count. Smacks it over the second baseman's head. Going to be close. All the way around from first base. Blake Holloman able to score to make it 8-0. Nice lick from Tommy Peterson there. Vaughn takes strike 1. Hits that one. Be out number 2, deep midfield, mid-left field. And Ben Hayes, 0 for 3. Dolly Undermeyer comes in, named for Dolly Parton. Has a 0 ERA. She's a closer. 2 strikes right out the gate to Ben Hayes. It's a piece of that one. 2 outs. It's going to hit the wall. Nice way to get off of the schneid a little bit there, and he's going to score, get an RBI. Ben Hayes double, stand-up double off the fence in right center. Mahan steps in with 1 on, 2 outs, takes ball 1 from the Tigers. 2-0. 3-0. So we're going to be taking this one. Foul ball. And with full count. And he's going to be frozen pizza that time. Struck him out. 9-0. 11 hits for the Echoes going into the top of the 6th. They're sticking with Vaughn. No reason to really take him out. No hitter's gone. Might as well save all your relief pitchers, especially when the other team is rolling through all of them left and right. Up 9-0, you can pitch without fear. You can throw whatever you want to throw. That's not where you want to be with Rick Vaughn on the mound. There's a strikeout.
The pitcher now batting number 2.
They're going to make a pitching change after this inning, but Jess Peppers comes in as a pinch hitter to face Vaughn with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Tigers down to their last 4 outs. Tell Vaughn's just slinging it up there to see what works at this point. You're up 9-0, and that one certainly works. That's a strikeout. Peppers goes and has a seat. They're going to send in Fred Sardines. Wonder if he brought any crackers with him to face Travis Creasy, who's 2 for 2, 600 batting average in the playoffs. Of course, he did miss most of the last series against the Georgia Bulldogs. Got that one high. It's going to be driven back. Is he going to get there? And Travis Creasy goes yard. Home run. Travis Creasy. That's brought to you by the Good Old Fashioned Dislike Podcast. Travis records that. I record that. Every week during football season, look out for our conference episode, conference championship, NFL conference championship episode coming out this week. That home run brought to you by the Good Old Fashioned Dislike. Go to benandtravis.com, put football pod, and subscribe. Bradley Dupree steps in, takes strike number 2, 1-2 the count, no outs. That was going to hit him. He swings, and he's going to be thrown out at first. Didn't want to take one for the team there, I guess. Kevin Creasy steps in. It's a 10-0 lead. Takes ball 1, ball 2, and it looks like they're probably going to sub out. Going to start resting these guys. Biff Tannen going to come in. 2 balls, and there's strike number 1. 2-1, 1 out. There's strike number 2 for Biff Tannen. And he's going to miss. Strikeout right there. Daniel Creasy steps in with 2 outs and a 10-0 lead for the Echoes. Strike 1. Smashes that one. Nice diving grab. And he's not over in time. Daniel is a burner. So he's on first. 2 outs. Blake Holloman steps in with a 10-0 lead. They're going to substitute him. Going to move Bradley Dupree to third. Stark comes in for first base. Like to rest the guys who have needed time off from time to time. 1-1 the count as Raymond Stark steps in. Goes down and fouls it. Third baseline. Fights that one off. It's going to go right to the shortstop. That's out number 3. And we are down to the Tigers' last 3 outs in game 2. They trail the series 1-0. Trying to make that continue to happen. Down low. Dupree moved over to third, makes the grab, and it's 1 out. Legendary Bo Jackson steps in with 1 out. Vaughn still facing him. He smacks it hard. Over to Bradley Dupree, who's over to first. Out number 2. Enzo Shipwreck. Tigers' last chance. Down 10-0. You don't really like the percentage here. Of course we do, because we want the Echoes to win. But tough spot. Now he's down 0-2. Staying alive. Like as in the Disco Dodgeball Tournament, staying alive. Fouls that one way down the line. Long foul ball. Gonna get there. Hits it to and Mahan misses the opportunity. That's going to be out, or hit number 2 for the day on the Tigers. 2 out double.
Number 47.
Oh, and there goes the 0 off the board. And they get a run here in the top of the 7th. That kind of stinks. Masterful. And they're kind of getting to Vaughn here.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8.
That's going to do it right there. Over to first. And that's 3 outs. as your Echoes take game number 2 and go to a 2-0 lead and a 10-1 victory over the Auburn Tigers. 13 hits for the Echoes, 4. Most of those coming in that last inning for them against Rick Vaughn. Vaughn is the only pitcher to show for the Echoes. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts, a 1.09 ERA. That gives him his 4th win of the postseason. Tigers, the loss goes to Pinata. MVP, Travis Creasy, 3 for 3 with a home run and RBI, 3 runs. Scored himself. Rick Vaughn takes 2nd place. And Dupree, 1 of 3, a triple, 2 RBIs and a run. That gives the Echoes a 2-game lead in a 4-game series as they move away from their aces. You heard me right, 2 aces to face in game 3. The Sandlot Dodgers take a 2-1 lead in their series against the FCA Falcons. To see who will face off in the Creasy League World Series.